I consider LA to be a very creative city, and it's where I draw a lot of my ideas from. I wouldn't consider LA to be a walking city, but I can say that when you walk the city, you see it in a different light.
So the new book is entitled A Healthy Fear of Man, and it is the follow-up to The Science of Paul, which was released January 2011 on New Pope Press. Well, Paul is accused of a horrendous crime, the murder of a little girl. Uh, Ultimately, Paul joins forces with Beau Feldstone, who was a friend of his grandfather's, and together they attempt to investigate this crime before Paul is implicated and ultimately charged. So they're really, really under the gun. The FBI is involved, and they're operating in a very corrupt system. When I think of noir and I think of crime, I think of more realistic interpretation of that. The idea that oftentimes the crime doesn't have to be this horrendous, sinister act. Sometimes it's something so simple, but it's about how that crime affects the person who's either investigating or the person who's involved in it. And I'm more interested in how it affects the characters rather than the actual crime itself. I think murder and crime is unfortunately it's commonplace, but I'm more interested in the psychological effects it has on the people. When it comes to the publishing industry, right now, I think character-driven novels are kind of few and far between. I think what I've seen as far as certain crime novels that have been extremely successful, a lot of them are rather formulaic, and I try and stay away from that. I like to focus more on character, and a lot of the ones that are relatively successful focus on plot. And that's fine. I mean, that sells, and some of those people are very successful. However, there is a huge segment of the crime writer population that is not writing that sort of material, and that struggle to get their books sold, or have a very underground or cult following. And I think that's unfortunate because there's some amazing voices out there. For my third novel, I'm taking a break from Paul Little, and I'm beginning a series of Los Angeles novels. And this novel is going to take place about 10 years after the Los Angeles Rebellion that's associated with Rodney King. And it's about a girl who seeks help from a ex-mafia enforcer to enact revenge on the man she feels is responsible for her mother's death.